AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Boys is back.
Ball suckers. All ball suckers.
Building. All down.
Hey, man. They said once is not enough. Don't hate. Listen, man.
Twice is nice. Twice is nice.
I mean, some things in life is just good twice. That's all.
I ain't get two though, right? All right, StreamYard. No problem. No worries.
Hey, man. As they say, the people have spoken. StreamYard has spoken. Chat, what up, chat? How y'all feeling this afternoon? It's a scorch outside. I'm in the crib.
Yo, boy. First of all, I already went outside. It's ridiculous.
You can have that.
The AC is on. You know they be having brownouts in certain places in New York, so your AC might not pump the same. With these damn lights in here, no way I'm keeping the blaze on the whole time. Oh boy, no. I know we are a newfound space here.
Gotta get that good fan in front of you, man. Get that good cool West Indian breeze going right in front of you.
Yes, man.
It's insane, man. And it just goes to show you I am not ready for the summer yet. I'm not ready for 90 days of this. I'm just being honest with you. But sundress weather, I'm sorry.
It's a little pleasant to the vision. Not lie.
I'm not ready for the heat, but I'm ready for the sundresses to break out immediately.
Well, let's get ready for that game 2 heat. Spurs versus Knicks. What? Oh, ball, the Knicks. We are up 1-0. Yeah, I said we. We biased. This is not the unbiased zone. We are biased. We up 1-0. Headed back to San Antonio. We are already in San Antonio. We'll stay there. Game 2. What we talking about, big man? And the coach, El General, Mike Brown, already not playing. He told Cat, yo, man, what you doing over here? Stretching? Word? That's cool. Let me holler at you a second, Playboy. Take that hat off, all right? We mean business out here. All right? Thank you very much. Don't make me say it again. Don't make me say it again, old ball. We mean business. We're not out here for play. Huh?
Love it.
Forget about all that. Ain't playing with you, Cat. Second in command. And at times, the first in command, as we always talked about, old ball. I mean, I like Mike Brown taking this seriously. Yeah, it's something light. It's not like it's something that, you know, they're going to take on, put bulletin board material. We're going crazy over. But I like the fact that we are serious. And I think it spills over from El Capitan. He had a lot of love to share from the people who show him love as of recent.
It's very appreciative. It's something I don't really think about in the moment. But like I said before, our fans, they're amazing. And my family and I, we felt the love since day one. They've been nothing but supportive, and I truly would not take them for granted.
He ain't taking us for granted, old ball. He ain't taking us for granted. I know someone like yourself, you said you were taking a lot on with the Brunson.
You witnessed it.
Hate, the backlash.
All alone at times.
I was there with you, bro.
I'm talking about, remember, I'm talking about 3 years ago, maybe close to 4 years ago, when we used to be on IG Live, right? And I used to be all by my lonesome, going berserk over Brunson to the point where I done got into altercations. What everybody is saying now, I was saying 3 years ago. Literally.
Right?
Like, so go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No. But that's important because that's important because we'll get to some guys right now. I thought I had the one from this morning. I think I could look that up in the meantime. But I mean, they weren't. It was not a hesitancy, but just people couldn't believe that you were right about this, that you would say something like this and you love basketball. Meanwhile, you got Luka in there, you got all these other guys in there. Why are we so quick to give them props? But when we saying, yo, not for nothing, but this guy, speak more about that, AllBall. Like, what were you seeing back then that people are seeing now?
So for me, I know basketball. I've been in love with basketball since I was a kid. Like, so we come from, remember, we know what it is. We know what it looks like when somebody is nice. That's what you call it when somebody is good. Yo, nah, homie, nice, right? And you never forget, it comes from the pavement, the concrete, from the Rucker Parks, from just the parks in your neighborhood, right? So when you watch a Brunson and you see his mannerisms, you see his game, his footwork, and you see him play through injuries, and you like, hold up, this is kind of crazy right here. And then you start thinking about the Isaiah Thomases, the Allen Iversons, right? The Derrick Rose. Like, you think about the little guards and how they impacted the game of basketball. And I'm going, this looks a little bit like that, right? From a scoring standpoint. And you can't ignore who he was in high school. You can't ignore what he did at Villanova, right? You can't ignore what he did in Dallas when Luka went down, 40 balls in the playoffs. You can't ignore none of that. So I'm just the type that I love basketball. So I'm not just watching one guy, right? I'm not listening to the analysts and social media and none of that. I'm watching with my eyes and I'm going, and then you look at what he's doing at that time with the roster that he had, right? I'm like, he's MVP. What's the definition of it? So I seen it from the beginning, and I used to be up here, not on YouTube, but on IG Live, arguing with a lot of those guys that all know the game of basketball. It was all in fun, right? But I used to be dolo. Everything everybody is saying right now about Brunson, I was saying 3 years ago. And Fabian is a witness to that. I'm talking about I used to go berserk over Brunson to the point where when Joker won that MVP, I said Brunson was the best player in the NBA that year. 28 for a season, 35 in the playoffs. At times, the starting five was him, Deuce, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, and Hartenstein. You tell me what was the bench, right? Like, this is when everybody was injured. Bench, OG, this is when we still have Randall. So I've been seeing this, Fabian, and at the end of the day, if you know basketball, I don't understand how people didn't see this. I don't understand how the Dallas Mavericks organization didn't see this. That's going to have to be a topic one day. Is the Dallas Mavericks one of the craziest organizations of all time? I don't want to say stupid or silly because I don't want to be disrespectful. But you lost Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic. How was that possible, right? So I've been seeing it, Fabian. So to see everybody now come to their senses. So watch now on social media for the last week, Jalen Brunson has took over the world. Now you have topics where you have guys like Richard Jefferson literally saying he might be the most clutch player of all time. And we know Mike, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird. Like, those are the only three I'm taking over him if I want the ball in a player's hands down the stretch. After those three, I don't care who else it is, Fabian. Give me Jalen Big Body Brunson. Bro, what he's doing, especially in New York, that's also what made me believe, Fabian. Like, yo, this is in New York. The pressure. This young man is the truth. Simple. And everybody is starting to realize it now. And to me, as usual, the media, people, fans, 3 years too late. He been on this time. I don't know what y'all been watching.
Right on cue. Michael Wilbon thinks similar.
Team All-NBA. I haven't.
Why?
Voted for him second. Well, because we value other stuff that we shouldn't value. So let me go against my own vote. Jalen Brunson's at least as valuable as Luka Doncic. At least. Because Jalen Brunson's not a great defender, but he doesn't take a I don't give a damn about
He's a
half
willing
the game
defender.
approach.
He's a willing defender.
He's a willing defender.
Effort.
Shump, if I compare him to sort of like early Steph, right? Willing, but not
the effort's there.
Effort's
It says
there.
he might not be there,
Right.
but he won't let somebody just blow by him.
and Luka doesn't care about that side, but yet we value that. We value the 37 points a game, whatever it is. North Texas.
And I believe he got more into. I saw a clip where he got more into how the Mavericks fumbled that. Like they were getting into. They were responding to Josh Hart saying Jalen Brunson is still underrated and that's still being out there. And Shumpert was saying, not at this point. If you're in the NBA, there's no way he's underrated. Everybody got a game plan for him. And Michael Wilbon said, hey, that might be true. But when Luka got traded from Dallas, there was no uproar like there was. That uproar wasn't there for Jalen Brunson. So with the fans, it's still a reluctancy. We're still arguing about whether he's a 1A. We made the finals, and it was still like, are you serious? So he's not the leader? So Michael Wilbon is saying this guy's still underrated. And just the major voices in the media that we're used to hearing from throughout NBA history, speaking about all this. And here's one guy who we've known to be a Knicks hater, but in all honesty, there's some things that Sir Charles always spoke to that was true.
Yeah, I heard that debate on the show several times, and I'm like, I guess they never heard of Isaiah Thomas or Steph Curry. Steph Curry's, I think Brunson bigger than both of those guys. Now, I'm not comparing him to Steph Curry because Steph is the greatest shooter ever, but Isaiah Thomas and Steph both won, I think, 6 championships.
Mhm.
So a little guy can win a championship. But I'll say this. If Brunson is able to deliver a championship to New York, it would be the greatest free agent signing ever. I said that a couple of years ago, and people said, well, what about LeBron? And I said, well, don't compare him to LeBron and KD and those guys. I said, but nobody, even the Knicks, thought Brunson was going to be this great. And if he's able to deliver a championship to New York, this would be the greatest free agent signing in NBA history. Yeah, I heard that debate on the show.
He initially said that a couple years ago, Charles Barkley, where he said this might be the greatest free agent signing of all time. And Shaq was a free agent. LeBron was a free agent at some point. So something of that magnitude, I think, is obvious. It's Shaq, it's LeBron, the big dogs.
Right,
People just going to a different team.
Kevin Durant. It's numerous players that were free agents, that got
Golden
signed.
State.
Was just great. You know what I mean?
But even to Barkley's point, when they try to stampede it, it goes back to people are still in shock. I think people are now getting over the shock that we already initially went through. When we got Brunson here, it was $125, I think $120 million. He was in the middle of the pack of all the point guards that at that time, in terms of contracts, he wasn't getting paid like a top 10 point guard. He was getting paid like a middle of the pack guardless, especially for running the point. But as soon as he played some games for us, we were like, yo, this guy's kind of nice. We can't believe he's, and then we see it in the playoffs. You see, we talk about the Jordan numbers. There's a different level when you're Jalen Brunson and you're in here in New York City. Randall is here, your godfather's here, your uncle's here, your father's here. It's a nice little level of pressure that you walk in here with. And yeah, there's nepotism. And the part that I think people are missing on is if Shaq loses with the Lakers, it's not Shaq and his pops and his uncle and his godfather. Well, LeBron lost with the Heat. It wasn't LeBron. I mean, some of that was Rich Paul, but we saw Pat Riley wasn't having none of that. So with this situation, they took the family business, brought it to the Knicks, and put even more pressure, more of a microscope on them, and put a little target on their back. But even with all that being said, he overcame any sort of pressure because not overcame any sort of pressure. I'm sorry. He overcame almost a bigger mountain than those two, clearly. Shaq and LeBron were supposed to play basketball. Like, what were they going to do? Be security guards? What was Shaq and LeBron going to do if they didn't play basketball? What do these tall people do, man? Jalen Brunson could have been doing any job. We could have been working at IKEA or wherever. He just looks like a normal, regular person. So the fact that he's doing this is a bigger deal than any other free agent signing, especially being in New York and just overcoming the 1A thing being short. It's that hurdle. He had that much more ground to cover than Shaq and LeBron. And he's doing it. Whether he wins or not, people, like, the amount of respect people have for him now they're getting to see what we've been seeing and witnessing and telling people about. It's not just all the New York hype machine. It ain't just crazy Knicks fans hyping anybody up. This is Jalen Brunson. Forget the leadership on the court, killing. Now we got another team rambling after the post-game press conference. Yo, man, they all right. We're still a better team. How many times have we heard that the last 2 seasons after a loss to us? Led by Jalen Brunson. There's still that factor with them that they're still playing with us. And, oh, boy, I love it. To hear Barkley and Michael Wilbon speak like this, it means the world to someone like Brunson, because he's never going to get the face of the NBA like a Wemby. Not unless he wins 5 in a row. I just don't see it happening, but I'm loving it.
I mean, Wilbon, if you listen closely, he gave up the secret. Yeah. Reason why we pick other guys is for other reasons. How many times have we seen the same players, right, talked about season after season? These guys are now, like, you have to watch the Knicks now. That's the difference. These guys ain't watching the Knicks in the regular season. They not. You watching the Lakers, you watching Curry, you watching Kevin Durant, SGA, right? Like, but now in the conference finals, it's only 2 teams you have to watch. So you have no choice but to be honest now. Like, hold up. This guy been doing this for a couple seasons. The young man is good. And I've been saying this for a while now. You have to start backing this young man. We did it with Curry. We did it with Zeke. We did it with AI. We did it with everybody else. What's the problem with the NBA community, NBA fans, just being honest? Yo, homie is the truth. I've been saying for 3 years he's a superstar. Do y'all believe me now? Go through your social media right now and just type in Jalen Brunson. You have babies that can't even talk but can say Brunson. Bro, what more else does he need to do? When he wins a finals, I'm telling y'all, he's top 5 greatest point guard all time. I'm not arguing with nobody. What he is doing in New York is legendary. Fabian, he's doing it amongst giants. People have been saying it for years. This is the most talented era ever. Ever. They laugh at Mike and them. They laugh at that era. Oh, he played against plumbers. Well, Brunson is playing against LeBron, KD, Giannis, Joker, SGA. The list goes on and on and on. How many great defenders now? Dan Hughes, Saw Thompson. These are the guys y'all go crazy and nuts about. And he's cooking them. And he's been doing it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seasons. As our brother Flea says, I see him in the building. Big shout out our brother Flea. Do it again. 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 Now y'all get it? Now y'all have, like, come on, man. He's been MVP. He's been all NBA, first team. Miss me with the defense. Miss me with the defense. How many great defenders is at that size? Who you gonna give me? Muggsy Bogues, Earl Boykins? Was Tony Parker a great defender? Like, so let's stop finding reasons and excuses to not put this man up there. I've been saying it for years. Best player in the NBA, top 3, top 5. Everybody laughs at me. Everybody. I put it in my stories. I put it in my posts. But Fabian, I'm 99.99999% wrong. But today, oh yeah, I got time today. Today, what is social media saying now? Everything I've been saying, everything that I've been laughed at about, everything that people said I'm crazy. Check your social media now and type in Jalen Brunson and tell me who's the real alien. Yeah.
Nah. We still got some stuff on the other side. We mentioned it. Some of these Spurs players, I don't know what they talking about, man.
Or I think Vic said it best. I don't think we have anything to be too worried about. I mean, obviously, we feel like we're the better team, and we didn't play well and still had a chance to win. So, I mean, yeah, if we take one thing from that, just going back to being ourselves and, focusing on the right things.
Very interesting. We got Monica, we got Vincenzo, and we got the Windman first. But Windman, when you were listening to Stephon Castle talking there, what did it make you think of?
Yeah, I understand why the Spurs remain confident. Okay, they're 4-1 after losses in the playoffs. They lost game 1 of the Minnesota series here in San Antonio and came back to win. But when I hear the Spurs players basically say it's not them, it's us, it takes me back to last year when the Knicks played the Celtics. And it takes me back to last round when the Cavs were saying, analytically, we think we're ahead. The Knicks do this to teams. This is what the Knicks do. And look, last year when I was in Boston and I watched the Knicks get up 1-0, that's the vibe that I had. I was like, well, this, and this happened. I think the Celtics are still the better team. How many times do the Knicks have to do this to opponents before everybody recognizes this is just what they do? So I get it. The numbers say, the film says that the Spurs should bounce back from this, but I've been here before, and I'm going to respect what I've seen this Knicks team do.
I sort of heard it the same way. Vinny, how about you?
Ain't got to hear from Vinny. We ain't got no time for you, Vinny. Respectfully. Wendy was saying what a lot of teams were saying, what a lot of us feel, and because it was becoming a broken record, AllBall. We heard the Cavs say after they lost the technical series, but they were still in the analytical series, so they said, we're the better team, we should win. Boston, I forgot they even said that. Brian Windhorst was saying that because everybody else was saying that. And even I can't speak for you, even I was shocked the fact that we came back down 20. I just knew that we always played the Celtics competitively, even while Julius Randle was here, so it wasn't really a shock that we could beat them. But I didn't realize, I forgot Jaylen Brown said that dumb-ish. We were better last year. We're going to circle back around. We're going to see them in the playoffs, which, again, we can argue about that some other time, AllBall. Proves Mr. Brown got a lot more work to do before he keeps yapping like that. But I digress. What are your thoughts on all these teams saying, we're the better team, don't matter, we should be winning anyway?
I mean, what do you expect them to say, right? You want your teams, your teammates, your players to be confident, right? I don't expect Castle to go up there and say, well, they are the better team and we're going to lose, right? So I like that they have the confidence, but you're not the better team. You might have the better record, but you're not the better team. You're young, you're talented. Okay, you have Wembanyama, but after that, we have the next 4 best players. Sorry, right? So we're a deeper team. We have more experience. We have the better coach, right? These young guys, they have a lot to learn. They have a lot to understand. I think they're still one piece away, right? They have to get that bench better, but they're not a better basketball team than us, right? And it showed game 1. I told people, inexperience is going to show up sooner or later, right? The bright lights. What I always allude to with Floyd Mayweather. I don't care how good you are. Until you're in that spotlight, it hits different. Now when you're at that free throw line, this is the finals. It hits different, right? So, you know, I respect those young guys. I really like the Spurs. I like watching them. I like what they represent. But what do we expect them to say? Is he a little delusional? Yes. Right? Because you can't ignore what the Knicks are doing right now. And if you're the Spurs, you have to be careful. Game 2, you lose this, y'all are getting swept. Because that's what history shows in the playoffs this season. What the Knicks have done in these playoffs, 12 straight, we have only lost 2 games by a combined 2 points. We have Michael Jordan in the playoffs on our team. I don't know what else y'all want to see. Maybe I'm not surprised what we did to Boston. We have Michael Jordan. Be mad all you want. Fabian, he's been doing it for how many seasons now? When are we going to just go, yo, they got homie over there. So I'm not surprised they down 14, they down 20. You get some defensive stops. You got a guy you can put the ball in his hands and get you a bucket. That's what clutch means. It doesn't mean you stand and wait for somebody to pass you the ball and you knock down a jump shot for a game winner. No. Clutch is bring me home. Okay, we down 22, 7 minutes left. Y'all get stops. I got y'all. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket. He's been that. Stop ignoring it and start respecting it, because if y'all keep disrespecting it and keep ignoring it, you're going to find yourself down 0-2 and you definitely going home. And that's the problem with all these teams, Fabian. Y'all still low-key not giving Brunson the respect y'all should give him. At this point, he needs to be triple-teamed. I mean, if you're a real coaching staff, if you look at, Fabian, all the greats in these moments, Kobe, Mike, Shaq, the list goes on and on and on. It ain't, a double team isn't enough. So if y'all want to keep lying to yourselves and thinking he's not like that, go ahead and we'll be hosting that trophy. And by the time y'all realize, it'll be too late. Y'all better start triple teaming that little guy.
I think Wemby was just caught on camera saying, you know, he spoke to Popovich and Popovich told him that wasn't your best game. Like, that wasn't you. And I think that was I don't even know how they took it. He just said that was a bad game. I got to play normal. So when you know, people take that a certain way, and I'm like, all right, so Wemby thinks that he has to play normal. And this is where you can't give up. And someone like Stephon Castle, that mentality is necessary.
Yes.
We better than them. We could, but that's how Wemby has to think. I wasn't normal because I didn't play normal. I was flustered. And Popovich told him that, like, you were in your own head. That's not you. What happened? So you start questioning. Now, I'm better than that, basically. I'm better than what I played today. All right, cool. But at some point, comments like that, we're the better team. You know, Brunson's a foul baiter. He's too small. There's a lot of excuses being brought up after a while. What you mean you the better team, but you lost? What do you mean? Castle is learning in real time that just because it's the NBA Finals and you don't look scared, you don't sound scared, that doesn't mean that you're not playing scared. Like, people tend, I mean, we're all grown men. You've been in situations where your adrenaline can take you either or, but that doesn't mean what you did was good. Yeah, you hyped up. Yeah, you were aggressive, but you're overly aggressive.
Right.
You're turning the ball over like crazy. So it's making you, it's speeding you up, as Flea says, and the basketball world says. When they speeding you up, when they're making you do things and think, once you start thinking, it's a wrap. That's how I feel about it. And you made a great point about the Spurs should be triple teaming Brunson or at least double teaming. We've seen this before, where they trap him early, cross his half court. Like, you think you don't have to trap him?
Right.
Problem. And Wemby coming across half court, I see Monica McNutt and everyone saying, Wemby needs to post up more and attack Cat and Mitchell Robinson. It's like, yo, do y'all know who Mitchell Robinson is? Once again, there's no way you watched it, and I'm surprised at Monica McNutt. I think she just said that in tongue in cheek and saying how he should not be a 7'2" guard. Okay, right. Well, what happens when these 2 7-footers are making you look like a 7'2" guard? Yeah, he lets up. Yeah, he doesn't have his foot on the gas all the time. He can't play the way that he would like to. Also, Cat played really well in game 1. Did not look scared. Was not sped up. And the times that he was undisciplined, we called him out. But it was 1 or 2 times, and it was way less. Way less. We've seen the worst of Karl Anthony Towns' defense. That is nowhere near what that was. And Mitchell Robinson, put that ball on the floor, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, you might be able to fade away from Mitchell Robinson some, but you better be on fire by that point. You better be on fire. We know our guys. We haven't even really thrown OG at you yet, right? And the only real, to me, adjustment that the Spurs can make is the Dylan Harper thing. In real time, I didn't realize when he played like 3 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Insane.
We've seen it all playoffs long, AllBall, the rookie kid. We've been waiting. You called him. You said since high school, this guy's the real deal. And watching him at Rucker, like, you know what, yo, too, you were right. That is NBA offense. That is NBA talent. See him in his rookie season, razzle dazzle, and now he's in the playoffs, and it's like, yo, y'all throwing. OKC is throwing championship defense at him, and he's getting at it. He started off the first quarter, 12 points. He was on fire. Fourth quarter, only played 3 minutes, and they brought back De'Aaron Fox in the game. That's the only adjustment they have. And our counter to that got to be OG or Josh Hart. So we have counters for their counter. That's why I'm not really scared. I'm just hoping we stay disciplined, and I'm not even worried about that because these guys sound like they're in the zone, man.
Yeah, I mean,
the zone.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, Spurs, it's just not their time yet. You can tell when it's your time, right? And I said this the other day, Fabian. We've seen this before, right? Teams that are young and they get to the NBA Finals, and it's just not your time. LeBron with the Cavs, we went up against Tim Duncan, got swept. It's not your time. We seen OKC, right? Young with KD and Westbrook and those guys go up against Miami and LeBron and them. What happened? Smoke they boots, right? Boston, when they went up against Golden State, too young, ain't your time. You don't understand. You don't understand. So, like I said, I like the young dudes. I like their mentality. I like their attitude and their approach. But this Knicks team is too good. It's too good. And when you look at Wembanyama, you ain't looking at Chet on the other end. You ain't looking at a frail player that's afraid of you. Mitch ain't going for none of that. Mitch is quick. Mitch is strong. And that's what he does, defends, right? You look at Cat, big body. That ain't Hartenstein over there. And you got a guard Cat. Like, so these young guys, let me tell you something. Caleb Wilson, big shout out to him, right? That experience he got in game 1 in the finals, everybody sees Brunson, but when you watch it up close, I guarantee you, Castle and those guys, because you can look at Brunson and go, I got that advantage. He looked a little overweight. He looked chubby. He looked slow, unathletic, right? But then when he got the ball and you defending him, it hit different. And if you continue to keep ignoring it, that's like a boxer with a great jab. By the time you know it, you discombobulated. That's what Brunson is doing, bro. And start paying him the respect that y'all do to every other superstar. He deserves to be double teamed and triple teamed. And if you don't do it, good luck.
Said something about being clutch, AllBall. And the one thing I did see what Michael Wilbon said earlier, Luka Doncic is not. He said Brunson is at least as valuable as Luka Doncic. It took him 4 years to realize that and him to get to the finals. All right, cool. If that's your criteria, Doncic been to the finals. I can't be mad at you for that. But what you're not factoring in as well is the fact that he's a leader. And part of being a leader to me is being inspirational. You got to inspire in different ways. It's not always going to be a moment. No.
Right.
But they got us watching. He got us watching the Knicks. We're going bananas. So bananas, AllBall. They saying Wemby. They're saying Wemby got the world charged up. I disagree. Jalen Brunson is out here invading the robots, AllBall. They got a robot out here. That's a Knicks wig, by the way. Don't let them fool you. He's out here, got the robot so amped up They out here looking for Spurs fans, all ball. Look at them dancing, dancing, dancing. Oh, I see a Spurs fan.
He's a dancing.
Pow!
What? Yo, that's real?
Yes.
Hold up. Did the robot just kick a kid in the stomach?
He did a wheelhouse. A roundhouse, we call that? Look, he's dancing now. You're supposed to turn the machine off after that.
Roundhouse kick. A kid in the stomach?
Why he come out like that? Though?
What is? Nah. Y'all keep playing with AI and in them cars and yeah. Look, that kid gonna get a lot of money, bro. That's. I hope that young man is all right. That is crazy, but this is what y'all want. This is what y'all want to take over. Imagine going to Walmart to pick up your groceries, and that happens. Like, oh my God, that was crazy. Wow.
What's also crazy, just the Knicks, the one thing that's not talked about enough either, I'm pretty sure, other fan bases, they have this, but we got a lot of people in our fan base that break the game down. Hold on, he's not done.
Yo, no, BX over, right? Because now the hood kicks in. Chat, Fabian, I'm asking you, that happens to you or to your child. What is your initial reaction to that robot? Are you squaring up and tackling the robot? Like, seriously, right? If that happens to you, what are you doing?
Yo, he kicked him right in his solar plexus. Like, he kicked him in the spot where you lose your breath, you lose all
right. So
feelings.
what I'm saying is, if you're the parent, right? Or if you're of age, are you squaring up with the robot? Like, oh, and you like trying to get at the robot? Like, what are you doing in that moment?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you this much. Whoever got that remote control in their hands. Right, Joe, what do you say? Disassemble Johnny 5 immediately. Yo, whoever got the remote in their hands for Johnny 5.
Bro, that was an iRobot moment.
Son, I'm going upside. If anybody got a remote control there, whoever has a remote control in that moment, or ball, is getting whacked on.
That's why.
Pow!
That's why you can't have those in the hood. Because I could see the hood kids jumping the robot. Bro, imagine jumping the robot.
Oh, boy.
Like, seriously, like, you want to kick me in my stomach and then you going to start dancing?
Oh, boy. You can't have that around the way, because there's going to be an all-out gang war with robots, and they're going to be fighting each other in the streets.
Bro.
You got blood and crib robots?
Bro, that robot would have did that in my hood. I'm telling you, they would have dragged that robot. They'd have probably had that robot on the block doing all type of
Right. Yo, Rap A Stone, he said 100 versus robot. Word.
I'm trying to tell you, in the hood, bro, they'd have jumped the robot. That you talk about, that would have went viral. Yo, that was crazy, man. I hope that young man is all right. I know we joking and having fun, but I hope that young man is okay. But Fabian, that is crazy right there.
DeMario, you're right. It's Skynet. They've been waiting to see who's going to take over us, man. Put us in the Matrix for real. I just thought he was hyped off of Brunson. But there's he said Johnny 5. Was Johnny 5 trash?
I don't even remember. I just watched the robot kick a kid in the stomach and did a two-step. Like,
but he moonwalked, and then he got like
Oh, you're not kicking me in my stomach with a sky blue wig on. Right. He kicked him in the stomach and backed up and was like, come on. Nah. Yo, man, come on.
With a blue. Oh, hold on. He had the blue Jay-Z wig from the freestyle? Nah, this robot is out of this world, man.
Hove out here kicking people? Come on, Hove.
Yo, Jay. Johnny 5. But back to our Knicks, old ball. Best fan base in the world. The best fan base in the world. We got breakdowns of the breakdowns. I seen this and I'm like, oh man, this is why I love Knicks content. Look, Pistol and Hammer. I ain't pausing nothing. But Sham is calling out a play that he thinks the Spurs are going to do. They break down a play that the Spurs have done throughout their history under Popovich, it looks like. I think that's Ginobili. Yeah, number 20.
Yeah.
Right? Runs baseline. Your man down here, they're showing how Tim Duncan sets a screen and what to expect. They've been doing this for decades. Pistol. Hammer. Good for you guys. And you saw Shamet call it out to the rest of the team, and the Knicks went to go run it. Josh Harden there gets in between the passing lanes. They know what to expect. This is amazing.
Wow.
Shamet, he's the one who called it. Like, yo, it's Hammer and Pistol. Or Pistol to Hammer, right? And this is major. Boom. That's that deflection we saw during the game. We were like, oh, great deflection. And then went off the Spurs. Yeah. So to have a guy like Shamet out there and the Knicks just clicking on all cylinders, things like that is what gets me hyped, because the game within the game, like, again, the experience versus the not experience. Why are you showing so much? How do we know exactly what you're doing exactly to the T? And normally we see, going back to your point about Wemby got to be way more skilled than this at this point. They know each other's plays. And what happens is the big time players like the Brunsons and the Wembys, normally, Wemby's not there yet, which is what you keep harping on. Stop crowning them. Cat and Brunson know what to do with the ball in their hands if y'all break up this play. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going one-on-one, baby Bubba. Let me get that. Let me get that over. Are you hyped? Have you seen more videos like that as of late with these guys, with them calling it?
Yeah. I seen a couple videos today, and that clip that you just showed, I'm glad you showed it. It just goes to show you how much we're locked in. Like, these guys are trying to win a championship, and the details to that is insane. And you got to give kudos to Mike Brown, right? Like, but those players, man, they are locked in. And, I got to give you and Flea credit, because when we had that last roster spot, listen, man, a lot of y'all was saying, nah, give that spot to Shamet. And just to watch him just become just a great player right before our eyes, man, is just beautiful. But to watch that right there, your guy from the bench call that out and then disturb it, and then actually, that was great. But remember, Mike Brown, he knows Pop, right? Knows Steve Kerr, so he knows the plays that's going to be ran, right? So he got those guys watching film, got those guys locked in, and for them to call that out and disturb that little play and then actually commit a turnover and get the ball, legendary. The Knicks are doing something that everybody really needs to pay attention. We are having a legendary run, and the little things that these guys are doing on the court, everybody ignoring. It goes back to OG Anunoby, that game one, boxing out Jared Allen the whole fourth quarter, making sure they don't get no rebounds, right? So between that and then what we just saw from Sham, just beautiful, beautiful.
Also, real quick, they got some news about the fan that Brunson got into it with during last game. That fan who verbally harassed Jalen Brunson in game one is not permitted to sit in courtside seats during the NBA Finals. So an NBA spokesperson has told the Post from Stephon Bond he is not a season ticket holder, so I guess his name won't be revealed. So they say he's not a season ticket holder. Probably did him a favor. Obviously we don't want to see stuff like that. And of course, tonight, you see Big Flea in the building. Thank you for your $4.99, Flea. You see it. He's raffling off these Knicks mugs tonight during tonight's game. Members only. It's 99-cent super chat and your Instagram or Facebook name to enter. The winner will be announced during game 3. You hear it here. Flea's in the chat. He ain't playing with y'all. The AI Flea, excuse me, and giving nobody in trouble. We raffling off Knicks mugs during tonight's game. Members only. 99-cent super chat and your Instagram and Facebook name to enter. Winner will be announced during game 3. Flea working when he not working. You kidding me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Flea, appreciate that chat, man. We trying to show love, man. This is something we're going to be doing for the members. We're going to be trying to do this at least once a week, right? Where, you can win something in a raffle, some type of Knicks memorabilia. So big shout out, Flea, y'all, for coming up with that idea. We always trying to figure out how we can show love to the chat, but also how we can show a lot of love to the members, right? So big shout out to Flea for coming up with that. But look for more of that, y'all. And like I said, y'all see the Cash App. ABTV3. Y'all see the Instagram, AllBall TV3 underscores. Hit that like button, y'all. Share, like, subscribe. Become a member so y'all can, be involved with winning some Knicks memorabilia. But hit that like, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel.
As we continue on, we'd be silly not to give some props, AllBall. Head of the snake. You heard him earlier. He told Carl D. Towns, take that hat off, man. He and Begley had something to say about Mike Brown.
Last thing on Brown for me, it's interesting because just from a New York perspective, Yankees, way back in the day, Buck Showalter, an intense manager, had success with the Yankees, brought them to a certain level. They then surprised people, hired Joe Torre. 1996, Torre gets them to where they wanted to be. Mike Brown's 3 wins away from being 1996 Joe Torre, and it's impressive how he's handled things so far.
I mean, that's crazy that's the analogy, because that was the start of something. Yeah. Like, I didn't know the Yankees up until 1996 were this, current dynastic sort of team, but that was the first one. They won so many World Series after that. That's not to say it's going to happen here, but the change from a coach, manager who can figure stuff out, who has the pulse of the team, that knows what buttons to push. It's a risky move. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I will say that, back when it happened, I wasn't surprised that they did it. I was a little surprised that Mike Brown was the guy that they landed on. Yeah. But ultimately it turned out to be the right move.
AllBall. That was Ian Begley saying the Knicks hiring Mike Brown is like the Yankees going from Buck Showalter to Joe Torre. I had the same exact thought when Michael Kay was on the radio. He used to be on the radio, I think ESPN radio. And to me, a lot of people like him as a Yankees announcer, but he on the radio, he's ill. And he would say that about different managers. Like when they went from Buck Showalter to Joe Torre, and he said they were going to Joe Girardi after that because they wanted the more confrontational manager. So Thibodeau was the more confrontational one. You bring in Mike Brown, was less confrontational. So I had a similar thought. But AllBall, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like Flea when he was saying that. Yo, can we get it done first? Can we get it done first? I understand we're excited. I understand it made a headline that I clicked on to just double down on it. And I understand I said it before you. But I didn't say the comparison is gonna fall short because it's 96. Like, and again, the Jeter comparison, he's on that team, right? So I get it, but we have to win. You have to win if you're gonna feel like this kind of feels like Buck Showalter to Joe Torre. It's like, I don't know if he's quite Joe Torre yet, because even in that moment, I think Joe Torre, was he coaching the Mets before that? And he kind of failed. So there are a lot of similarities. AllBall. Talk me off the ledge if you want to. But I know my brother Flea, if he was here, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You're always jumping the gun, jumping out the window. I'm with him with this one. Yo, come on, man. Mike Brown, give me the game plan for tonight. We should be up 2-0 today, baby. AllBall, what are your thoughts on this?
You and Flea is crazy. Yeah. You and Flea are out of your mind. I'm the sane one up here. I'm the smart one, right? No, but all jokes aside, I get why you may feel like that, but sometimes, man, you just got to live in the moment, bro. Like what Mike Brown did this season with this team. No, I'm not going to say win it. No, we swept back-to-back series. We went on the road in San Antonio and beat them. What we did against Cleveland in game 1 in the conference fight, like, no. Cat turned into a defensive guy. I agree. This does feel like that. Mike Brown and Joe Torre, they are similar. Just how they are. Just nice people, but know the game. They are a player's coach, right? I totally agree. It's the same thing we said with Brunson. Why do we have to wait till he wins? Why? We anointed everybody else before they won. Look what we was ready to do with Kay Cunningham. Iverson didn't win. I mean, why does he have to win? No, he's proven that he can do the job great. and at a high level. I love that people are now seeing what's going on, Fabian. You gotta remember, for our Knicks, this doesn't happen. And that's the problem. We are quick to say win. We don't do that nowhere else. How quick was we ready to anoint and make John Morant the face of the league? I don't even think he's ever won a playoff series. Before that situation with what happened with him, everybody, the gritty, jumped on that bandwagon. This young man right here, 4 seasons already, spectacular. Mike Brown comes in, spectacular. No, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm getting on early. Y'all go ahead and wait till the stock go high, right, and then you want to buy it. No, I want the stock right now when it's $10. Y'all wait till it's $200 to buy it. I'm jumping on it now. No, Fabian, I disagree. I don't think Mike Brown, if he loses, but it's a competitive series, listen, I understand what y'all saying. Right. That's the cop-out. Yo, man, right now, what Mike Brown has done, if he gets us a championship, he's going down as one of the greatest coaches ever. We have to have those discussions.
No, he's not.
Okay.
I think, no, because it's been 20 years, and we've never seen him perform at his best. He's never been considered a top coach. I get the defensive player of the year, the coach of the year stuff. But hold on. If he's forget about best, one of the top coaches of all time, because they got Doc Rivers up there. I don't respect none of their votes. Right? So
Right.
Mike Brown is not in the same position as Jalen Brunson, who you try to couple him in there with. No, even if Brunson loses and he's competitive, we still gonna say told y'all.
Hold on.
If Mike Brown, hold on,
No.
If Mike Brown loses another NBA Finals, that can only be possible. Exactly. If that can only be if Mike Brown loses another NBA Finals, it can only be possible from injuries or some counter that the Spurs have that we get befuddled with, that a coach ain't ready for, that has been known to say that people been talking about him. When Matt Barnes said he ain't a dog in him, he can control this, couldn't control that. Maybe this is the right team for the right guy. Okay, cool. But he has to win to cement this series for his legacy. This is not Jalen Brunson. This ain't even Karl Anthony Towns, who showed a lot. He ain't coming in here with the expectation as Mike Brown. Mike Brown had to win his first year. Brunson and Cat never had to do that until they went to the conference finals last year. Oh boy, if Mike Brown loses at this point, you are going crazy. The media, everybody, we're gonna put him on a tiki torch, everything. He's out of here.
And now watch this. What if he wins? It's always two sides to a coin. What if he wins, right? You read all back that people just always tends to forget when we talk about coaching. Yeah, I'm old school like that. We talk about the Pat Rileys, the Greg Popoviches, the Chuck Daly's, the Pat Rileys, the Rick Carlisles, the Spos. We always forget Red Auerbach. Once you get those 6-7 names, okay, you got to put, I guess, Steve Kerr in there. You can't sniff at 4 championships, 6 finals appearances. After that, where are you going?
Don Nelson.
Okay.
The late Rick Adelman, who just passed away. We got some guys. You said Carlisle. I don't care for Larry Brown, but his resume, Mike Brown's resume ain't playing. If you look at them, you go, this is different. One in college, one in the NBA.
We talking NBA.
No, you said coach. Why is he a better coach? Like,
I'm talking about the NBA. I ain't talking about Larry Brown's what he did in high school or college. NBA, brother.
Mike Brown ain't win nowhere. Larry Brown didn't win in both. So his resume is way different. You know, even D'Antoni is a good coach.
He ain't win. If Mike Brown
exactly.
Is he top 10 greatest coach all time? If Mike Brown wins with the New York Knicks,
no.
Give me 10 better. If he wins, no. We're gonna stay here for a few. You ain't gonna just no like that and don't explain. I'm saying if he wins, because we all know what's been going on for the past 27 years. I've been saying it. Whenever the Knicks win, this will be the most important championship in all of sports. I don't care how many Super Bowls Dallas has. I don't care how many championships the Lakers and Bulls. I don't care about none of that. If Mike Brown wins, give me 10 coaches that's ahead of him in top 10 coaches of all time if he wins a championship with the Knicks.
You won't even have the Buffalo Bills of coaches. Jerry Sloan. He's still up in the mix. For as much as he lost,
Didn't win.
I understand
Didn't
that.
win.
But Doc Rivers won. Case closed. Mike Brown. This does not put Mike Brown in the top 20 coach of all time. That's a different category.
Boston won. Doc Rivers ain't had nothing to do with that. I've been telling y'all that, just like Paul Thibodeau. With that team, stop it.
And you could say the same about Cat turning his team around game 4 against the Atlanta Hawks in the 2026 first round of these playoffs. He has to do way more is all I'm saying. Mike Brown will have to do way more to dispel everything that happened before this. You coached this team and you were good. That's the reason why Steve Kerr, I don't know if he was top 10, 15 coach of all time. I don't know about that. You got that guy with you, that team with you. Phil Jackson, as much as I critique, he had the best players with him. He did it twice, 2 different squads.
3-3.
No, yeah, yes.
That's my argument for him.
No. You remind me of that all the time, and the reason why that's important. It wasn't 3 peats, but he went to 3 straight finals 3 different times. That's insane.
What are you talking about? He 3-peated with the Lakers. No.
Oh, with the Bulls twice. I keep forgetting that. But even that was kind of a different team, but it was similar. But the Lakers team to go 3 straight. He went with the Lakers 3 straight twice. He had 2 different teams. So Mike Brown ain't do that. Remember, he had to go sit the same player that Mike Brown could not get control of and gain respect from. Kobe Bryant. Phil Jackson had respect from. He came back. Kobe Bryant came back to Phil Jackson and was like, yo, I need you. He didn't go back to Mike Brown. He got Mike Brown up out of there in LA. Let's not forget these things. And I think you're gonna have a lot of coaches that are just gonna be forgotten about. Like I said, Rick Adelman, the dude that was on the Portland bench in the 80s. A lot of people don't like him. I've read some stuff about him that they were going crazy. Jack Ramsey. I don't know if Hubie Brown was really that good. And you said Pat Riley and them. Those are the legendary guys.
But you have to mention those guys. And like I said, once you get to 8-9, I'm just saying if Mike Brown does the impossible, because we have to stop lying to ourselves. Everyone thought this was impossible. When we was up here on Knicks Rehab, every game arguing, are they a championship contender team? No. Get that off the screen.
One Kylon.
That is triggering my allergies. Thank you. Get that name off the screen.
One Kylon. Don't ever mention that man in my presence. He is a bum. He is he doesn't get talked about enough for destroying teams. That Seattle team, that Milwaukee team, trading Ray Allen at that time, idiot.
Yeah, what he tried to do to Melo? Yeah, terrible.
But then you totally redeem yourself. I don't know if Mike Brown's on Don Nelson level, even though Don Nelson is like the offensive version of Tibbs. He was mad, stubborn. I get it. Even Tibbs.
But you
Mike
said
Brown
Don.
has,
You said
right.
Don. But Tibbs ain't in this. If Mike Brown wins as an NBA head coach, remember Tibbs got a championship, but it's with Boston. It's not as the head coach, right? I don't want to dump on Tibbs because this ain't about Tibbs. I'm just saying right now, Mike Brown is doing something very special. It has to be talked about. And when we 10, 20 years from now, if we're all still living, God willing, right? When you talk about history in the NBA, and you talk about what the Knicks did, and then when they won that championship, Mike Brown's name is going to get brought up as someone that did something special that season. Just saying.
Casey Jones, see, no disrespect, but Casey Jones having that Boston team, like we didn't see you outside of that. We seen Larry Brown coach the Pacers, the 76ers, the Pistons. Like Phil Jackson had different teams. I know Red Auerbach had different squads as well throughout the 70s. It wasn't just that those championship teams. Even Chuck Daly, he would start to be in that same Kerr, Chuck Daly, Casey Jones territory. Rudy Tomjanovich, I don't have in this book. I know he won 2, but Hakeem Olajuwon was playing a different level. He just was. I don't think he was as good as. And we saw Akeem Olajuwon with the Lakers. Bummage. So I like Mike Brown to have a team. Like, it's nothing like having an identity. This team is giving Mike Brown an identity that he was trying to get with the Sacramento Kings on. But now we see a lot of what De'Aaron Fox was doing on the Kings that I was scoffed about talking about. And we see him on the finals on display. That's who Mike Brown had as his lead dog on Sacramento. In case we forget. Sabonis was there as well. But it means a lot when you have the right players with the right coach. And right now, I think Mike Brown, that's a good name too. What do you think about Lenny Wilkins?
I mean, great. Excuse me. Yeah. Big shout out Brooklyn's Finesse. Big shout out. I see my guy Rapper Stone as well. You know, it's some great names, right? So, look, listen, man, all these coaches is great. You know, of course, you know, I'm me, y'all. Y'all know me. Like, I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm just saying, as great as all these coaches are, players are afraid to play for the New York Knicks. Coaches come here and they can't get the job done. This man is 3 games away from getting the job done. Something that you thought was impossible. And we all was here and we watched it first sight. I'm just saying, when they open up those books and you talk about some of the greatest coaches to ever do it, Mike Brown's name is going to have to be mentioned just because what he did with the Knicks in the 25-26 season. You can't ignore that, Fabian.
At all. And I'd rather be a Knicks fan right now than at any given time in history, besides the 70s, obviously. And maybe clearly, I'd rather be a Knicks fan than any other team out east. And of course, in the NBA. Because you know what's going on in the NBA right now, AllBall? Jaylen Brown has reportedly put his $5 million Boston penthouse up for sale.
Listen, there's been some news that right now, you know, Houston is looking to make a move to get Jaylen Brown. They say Houston is like one of the top teams that's aggressively trying to get Jaylen Brown.
Oh, okay. I meant to look that up. We'll get to that during the live probably later on. Which is at what time, AllBall?
Hold on. I want to say something real quick. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is, right? Big shout out to you, Tina J. I don't want to chop your name up, right? Fellas, and because I see this a lot in our chat, and I think this is always the same person, right? Fellas, I want to see y'all channel grow, so please make sure you guys spend the next couple hours getting the scoreboard set up for your live stream. You guys are losing people who would subscribe. I don't know if that's the truth or not, right? But Tina J, help out. Show us how to do it. You see the Instagram, DM, and walk us through how to get the scoreboard on the live. That's all I can say. Help out, my brother. Like I said, if that's going to help us grow, if what you're saying is correct and true, the Instagram is AllBall TV 3_. DM the Instagram channel and help us do it. Like I said, I see this in there a lot. One thing with us, we're not afraid. We love, help, right? If this is true, help us out. But to continue to keep saying it and you haven't DM'd us yet with how we can do that. So that's all I got to say to that.
I totally agree. I mean, Mo was trying to walk me through it. She sent me some videos. I think people would do it. I don't know.
Didn't we tell y'all before how to do it? No, ain't nobody really tell us how to do it. Like, is it that simple? It couldn't be simple.
But remember, we're also on StreamYard, so we would have to probably screen share it. So I get what y'all are saying. Maybe I could screen share it. That's the only way to add something on here. And I seen Legend of Winning one. I think he uses OBS or something. All he used was the ESPN scoreboard that was on the TV. But right. I don't if we do it, I don't know if it'll interfere with our mics. And I mean, when you have a screen share, you can't hear us sometimes. I gotta mute it, so it's cool.
Shout out to Nostalgic Nick.
Right, we don't care anyway.
But I mean, Nick, say it again.
Yeah, but it would be ill to have at the bottom anyway, just to have us react to it.
It would. But we doing the best we can, man. Appreciate the love, the support. Appreciate the advice, right? But hey, LB Wavy said it won't interfere. It's been going on for years. I've seen streamers doing it.
No, I'm not saying that. No. I know. I'm saying LB. I don't know how they do that. Like if we all right, let me give you an example. This is the game. We could probably pull it up. It usually shows up like this, right? Do it like that, and then where's this at? Yeah, it's not letting me zoom in. Yeah, shit is whack. Extreme Art is not as simple as y'all got it.
Yeah.
Like, I try to do it in real time right now.
Right.
See, look, he said OBS Studio. The best way is to watch a bunch of how-to YouTube videos. Yo, LB, man, send me the right YouTube video. Yo, send me the video out, and I'll definitely give it a watch because everyone does say that. A lot of people say that, so it's all good. We'll leave you with this, AllBall, before we get on. Kendrick Perkins is on Twitter. He said, "See you guys Monday for Game 3 with the series tied 1-1." He's already made his prediction. The Knicks have won 12 straight playoff games. Now looking to make it 13. The last team to win 13 playoff games. Who was that, AllBall?
Well, listen, Big Perk. When you got the greatest clutch player in NBA history, I'm putting my odds on that. I see you Game 3 up 2-0, Perk. Yeah, it's AllBall talking to you, baby. Yeah.
Shout out to Junami. He said it is blazing hip hop and R&B outside right now. It certainly is. It is hot as hell. Mike T, thank you for your $4.99. Do you think Game 2 is a must-win today? I think today is a must-win game to take the Spurs hard out and F them up psychologically, being down 0-2. I agree. It's a must-win for us. We're gonna put pressure on ourselves like it's Game 7 because I don't want to give any confidence, AllBall. Just bottom line. I want to come back to the Garden with all the pressure on them.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think tonight is definitely a must-win. You don't want to give this team any more confidence, right? They've proven that they can win on the road and that they can win 3-4 games in a row. So I definitely agree. Let's keep our foot on their necks. Let's get this win tonight. Very important game tonight.
JR says, I'm going to ask something since all the analysts want Harper to start. Y'all seen what it was like running Castle at the point? Y'all really want to bench Fox? I know they just said Dylan Harper, allegedly, reposted on TikTok something with, De'Aaron Fox's shooting stats, his shooting splits. And everyone knows after watching that game, he's another guy who he's going to start to get more love because of what we've been seeing for a while now. He's a kid, but this kid is playing with the brightest lights on him. But for him to come out and basically put pressure on Fox like that, AllBall, I like that. I like you little inexperienced young pups acting like it.
But you got to be careful. Sometimes we ask for things, and then when we get it, we ain't ready to deal with it. We know Fox is playing bad, but JR, that's a great point. Who's going to run the point? We know you put that ball in Castle hands, you getting 10, 11 turnovers. So Spurs got a little problem on their hands. They got to adjust and fix that. We ain't got to worry about that. That's on them.
OG Ramsey. What up, OG? What up, my dudes? As I predicted, Cup versus Chip rematch. Tonight, for the first time, I'm scared. Game 1, Knicks dogs by 4.5. Thank you very much. Tonight, dogs by 6.5. Up from yesterday's 5.5. Why? We know NBA wants a long series. Oh, boy, I think they want that third game at the Garden. They want that Game 6 at the Garden, bro. They've been making $20 million, literally, a game in the Garden. They want another one out there.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to the Oracle, the OG. I mean, the NBA wants it too. The NBA probably wants 7 games, right? They want this thing to be stretched out as long as possible. But I think right now the Knicks ain't worrying about none of that. They not caring about none of that. They going against the algorithm. We are the algorithm. You could try to cheat us with the refs and all that. We ain't going for the script. We won our championship. Y'all deal with them losses. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
OG Ramsey, the Oracle, he wants to stay on topic with Brunson. NBA is a business, sports Hollywood. This Brunson argument is old. He proved on the court when he led Dallas to a win off the bench. Now it's front page news. We got our 1A screw face media. Oh, screw the fake media. Yo, you know what's funny? I've always used that term, OG Ramsey. I've always said sports is a part of Hollywood. And Max Kellerman, I got to give him credit. He was the first person I ever heard say that. Like, yo, the NBA Finals is a TV show. They got commercials. So I definitely understand, the NBA being in business and they want that. But that's kind of like always been there, especially when you saw Sacramento doing it, getting done dirty blatantly by the NBA 20 years ago. The referees calling it, they want Shaq and Kobe in the finals. So you have to play against that, though. That's why Cat got to be disciplined. Josh Hart got to be disciplined. I'm very worried about those two guys in particularly about not being in foul trouble tonight, AllBall.
I mean, big shout out to OG. He always come up here and give us that knowledge.
JR, thank you for your $9.99. The reason why no one likes or watches Jalen Brunson is because he had both parents in his life, wasn't a poor kid, went to school, keeps his business private, never in a negative light. I'll keep saying it. Knicks in four. Two words. Grant Hill. Samuel Ramsey. Oh, OG Ramsey says Jalen Brunson is my dude. All-time top 5 point guard. Not yet. And there's no interior defense that even comes close to yesterday's big men. Jalen Brunson knows how to exploit today's lack of defense. I agree with that. I think him and Steph Curry, all these guys, you ain't doing that back then. It's just not built for you. I like this AllBall. Mars Zone said, yo, Fabian, AllBall, y'all here reporting like at ESPN level, high level joint.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. That's a nice compliment. That's what we're here to do. Like seriously, that's why we try to dress up presentable a little bit. You know what I mean? Great background and, stop cursing. We really trying to go to the next level. So you saying that, thank you. Like, that means a lot.
Mars Zone, you get it. OG Ramsey, watching this game for over 60 years is a blessing and a curse. All the info remains. Jordan, Kobe, Oscar, West regularly face double teams. My man JB cannot. No disrespect, just full perspective. I don't know what AllBall thinks, but I totally agree. I mean, that's where size matters and all that. Not sure if he wouldn't have been able to, be impactful. He would have been impactful for AllBall dealing with double teams, those kind of double teams, along with the 7-footer down low. It's just a different brand of ball.
I mean, like I said, OG with his knowledge, I get what he's saying, but great players, they learn to adjust. So I just think, you have certain players that they'd be great any era, right? Like right now, Isaiah Thomas in this era, Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, he would kill in this era. I think Brunson would kill in any era. Sorry, I just do. And eventually, you're going to have to double team him because you can't stay in front of him. You can't guard him. He's posting up bigger guards. He's posting up 6'7", 6'6", 6'8" guards. But I get what OG is saying.
I'm staying consistent. I'm with OG 1,000% with that. I don't know if Zeke in this era he can't shoot like Brunson either. It's Marsh Zone. Thank you for your $1.99. OG Ramsey. Back to the game. Knicks' biggest weakness: Cat in foul trouble. I just said that. OG, we be on it, man. We be on it. Curtis. Spurs haven't paid their dues yet. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we win by 15 or better. They're going to put some Similac in Wemby's Gatorade. Cry, baby.
That was good. That was good.
Big fan Petis. Tony, not my brother on the floor tonight. Damn.
Hey, Petis. Damn.
AllBall. Everybody makes a big deal about Homeboy. What you would call what's Spider-Man, the Spider-Man villain?
The Green Goblin, Scott Foster.
I ain't mad at him when he's out there. You saw who got in between Jalen Brunson and the fan. I don't think we 9-0 with him in the playoffs.
Tony
that guy?
Tony Brothers is diabolical. Yeah. Yeah, you heard what Jeff Teague said about him before, right?
Nah.
He alluded like, who these ladies in there? But you know the word he used. And Jeff Teague like, yo, that's my family. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah. Can't stand Tony Brothers, man. He got that evil smile, too. Like your evil laugh. He got them eyebrows. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tony Brothers is dangerous, man.
Imagine if Tony Brothers laughed like me after every incorrect call.
He probably
you try to come up to him like, yo, you missed that. He goes, he was like, nah. What time we going on, AllBall? Let the people know.
Game tonight, y'all. Watch party. NBA Finals, Game 2, Knicks versus Spurs. The game starts at 8:30. We see y'all at 8 o'clock. We have some news. Hopefully, we have some information with Jalen Brunson and the little minor injury he's had. We probably have some updates. But 8 o'clock, y'all. We here. Preview, 8:30, game time.
Prezi the boss. Yeah, I be working on that. That's what I need help with. If y'all could help me out that OBS in general, that thing is man. And Mo, yes, Tony Brothers is playing tonight. AllBall.
Game 2, y'all.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I actually am. Yes. Yeah. The 2 days take too long. I'm excited. Tonight, y'all, Game 2, watch party. Knicks versus Spurs, NBA Finals. We are here at 8 o'clock for the preview, updates. 8:30, we here, y'all. Get in the building.
Zero dropped a super chat before we jumped off. As long as Wemby is guarding the perimeter and racing to protect the interior, Spurs will struggle. Niggas figured that out. Just guess, take advantage. Right. Whoever has them thinking the most, in my opinion. Like once you have anyone thinking, it's over. Tony Brothers is corrupt. Tony Brothers is crazy. Game 2, y'all.
Hold on, real quick. Should we wait till 8 o'clock? Predictions? We'll wait till Flea's up here. Chat. 8 o'clock. Preview. Updates with Jalen Brunson. Predictions for Game 2 tonight.
You sure you're gonna be able to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 8 p.m. Game 2 preview. Another one. We shall be back. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Stay cool. It's hot out there, y'all. Hasta luego. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.